Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Vicki Howie of ChakraBoosters.com, the creator of Chakra Boosters Healing Tattoos, and CirclingSpace.com. It's an online place where we gather together to share more authentic communication and connection. And so I hope you will join me there at either of my websites. And today we are on video number 2 in our series of 3 light shadow qualities for each chakra that you can integrate and open your chakras, right? So we're looking at 3 light shadow qualities. These are the good things. These are the things that you look to in celebrities and people that you adore, and you often say, oh, that's not me. Well, it's time for you to own that that is you. And we're going to do it in each chakra. So if you haven't seen the root chakra video on this one, please go check that out. In it, I will give you a better idea of what shadow is, as well as in the playlist for regular shadow, for just shadow, not light shadow, that I'm leaving for you below. So I don't want to make these too long, you guys, so I do need you to go and look at other things. I talk about the chakras all the time on this channel, so I won't be reviewing a whole lot of what the sacral chakra is. We're just going to look at the qualities of it. But in super short, it's the second chakra in the hips. It's orange, it's feminine, it's water is its element, so it's very flowing, and it's tied to the moon, to our emotions, to everything that you think of as feminine, procreative abilities, right? Like fertility. And it's just very much the embodied feminine energy. Okay, so you want to let more of it in? It's what allows you to surrender. I believe during these times, it's what allows a lot of us to be balancing better now, work and play. Okay, so light shadow is again, not the negative qualities, and I'll use quotes, the negative qualities, but the positive qualities that we feel like we can't embrace. All of this comes typically from childhood experience that we've had, influences, and maybe even a little bit through our lineage, because it has been shown that we pick up beliefs and feelings from our ancestors. Wow, so true. It's amazing. So let me just quickly give you this quote. If you didn't see it in the root chakra video, it's good. It's worth saying again. It's from Marianne Williamson, and she says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. So let's be spiritual warriors today and take on the light. I'm going to take you through the 3 qualities of the sacral, the light qualities that we are going to integrate. And then each time I go to them, I'm going to give you 3 techniques. And on the 3rd quality, I'm going to actually walk through the 3rd technique with you, which is EFT or tapping, because some people like it better when they're led, but you can always do it on your own. And I'm going to recommend you do it with the other 2 qualities that I'm not tapping on. Okay? All right. Let's get started. Sacral chakra, light shadow quality number 1 is, drumroll please, sexy. I debated with sensual, but what you want to do is pick the more triggering. I think a lot of people would say, oh, I'm sensual. But if you say to someone you're sexy, can they own it? And more importantly, right now you're watching, can you own it? Can you own your sexy? Can you own your sexy? This is the sensual, sexy, hip-moving chakra, right? Just whatever we think of it as like sensual and sexy, that's sacral. So this is definitely a light shadow here. Who do you think of as sexy? And do you allow yourself to think of yourself in that same way? I want you to journal on sexy. What was your upbringing around sexy? Were you brought up in a religious environment or an environment that in any way made you feel that sex was bad? So being sexy would be a bad thing. This won't be a light quality then. This will be doing a dark quality. But I think of sexy as light. I think of lovemaking as a form of sacred communion. connection. So I want it to be a light quality. And our culture plays it up, but then we play it down, right? So let's own it as a beautiful light shadow. Now, is it on the dark too? Probably. Go check it out. Go see if I have it on the dark list as well too, or the regular shadow. But I just want to tell you that we're going to do it here in the light. Can you let sexy in as a really positive quality? All right. So first, journal on it. What was sex treated like in your family? And was sexy considered good or bad? Okay. And what were role models as you were growing up in terms of healthy sexuality and feeling sensual or sexy? Second, do TPQs. So you want to get a piece of paper, maybe several, to put around the house, and you're going to ask yourself, why am I feeling sexier every day? Or why am I getting sexier every day? Woohoo! Why am I getting sexier every day? Put that on your little stickies and just read them out loud. This why question is much stronger than regular affirmations, and it doesn't bring up resistance in your unconscious. That's what we're trying to go around here. Is any resistance in your unconscious? And finally, the third thing is to do tapping. Okay, so what you're going to use is the setup statement. And again, we'll tap at the end here. So stay through the end, and then you can see how to come back and tap on these first two qualities that we aren't tapping on. But your setup statement is going to be, even though I resist being sexy, or even though I resist feeling sexy, whatever's stronger for you. And the second part of it is, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So you can just pause this real quick and write that down. Write what I just said down. That's what you're going to do. You're tapping on for sexy. Okay, that is quality number 1. Are you ready for quality number 2? Sacral Chakra light shadow quality number 2 is beautiful. And this is beauty in its deepest sense. Like it's just, this is its deepest sense. And letting the appreciation of your beauty in is a pretty feminine sacral thing. It's a receiving thing, and it can be very, very hard. And it's so feminine, right? The sacral chakra is a feminine chakra that we rarely call a man a beautiful man, but we will say he's a beautiful person. He's a beautiful soul. So I want you to just think of beauty in all of its ways. All of its ways. But this is a beauty that just is radiant. This is a feminine beauty that is soft. This is a beauty that has beautiful inner qualities, so that the beauty is coming from the inside out. And it's also a beauty of just nice to look at. And everybody's got a different idea of what that is. It's in the eye of the beholder. But this is the kind of beauty where whatever shape your body's in, whatever your eyes are like, your nose is like, your mouth is like, your shoulders, the rest of your body is like, you're embracing it and you're owning your beautiful. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you're owning all of your beautiful, all of it. Okay. So go back and journal. What was beauty like in your family? Like, how was it treated? How were you told you were beautiful? Were you taught that you needed to do all kinds of things to yourself in order to look beautiful? Like even as a young child, having to have your hair be a certain way or wear a certain dress? Or did you enjoy that whole process? Like, was it a healthy process, or did it feel like it created blocks for you, your time with your caregivers? How was beauty treated? Second, your TPQ. Why am I getting more beautiful every day? If you want to add inside and out, you can, but you don't need to. It's just the larger meaning of beauty. Beautiful. Why am I more beautiful every day, or getting more beautiful every day? Whichever one feels best in your body. And finally, in the third technique, you'll do tapping, and it will be even though I resist. So see, it's the same in every single one. Even though I resist my beauty, even though I resist feeling my beauty, even though I resist feeling beautiful. And then you'll use the second part of the statement that I shared in the first quality, right? You've already written that down. Finally, quality number 3 for the light shadow of the sacral chakra is creative. Now, I wanted to use this one for the tapping, because I know the beauty thing with the men might feel a little more feminine and maybe even not as much fun to embrace, but creatively, we all use our creativity. We all use it. We all have it. Often early in school, we draw something, someone tells us, they throw away our picture, or they tell us it's not good, we're not creative, we're not an artist, whatever. So for all of you beautiful souls that were told you aren't an artist or you aren't creative, you are. Remember, we're doing this light shadow because you are a slice of the divine, and the divine has everything. So everything, all potentials are within you. They're all there. And the only thing that stops it from coming out is believing when others have told us, as they've shaped us and as we've grown up, that we aren't that thing. But you are that thing. You are creative, absolutely. So journal on what creativity looked like in your early childhood. Were you encouraged to be creative? Were your pictures and things put on the refrigerator? Were you encouraged to explore your creativity? Or were you told that you weren't creative, you're not artistic, give it up? So just journal on that. Get that out on paper. That'll feel better. Second, TPQ. You're going to want to put this TPQ on several different sticky notes and get it out there. And it is, why am I getting more creative every day? Why am I getting more creative every day? And finally, in tapping, we are going to tap. Are you ready? Again, I have a link below. If you've never tapped before, you can also go back and look at the root chakra one. I explain it a little bit better. But all you need to do is say what I say and do what I do. And we're going to go through the tapping points. And again, real quick, tapping points are crown of the head, the inner eyebrow, the outer eye, under the nose, the chin cleft, the collarbone, under the arm, what I call the wristwatch spot, like two wristwatches going together. And finally, the karate chop point, which is actually the main point that we're going to start on when we do the setup statement. Your setup statement here is, even though I resist my creative abilities, even though, or actually we could do it as, even though I resist seeing myself as creative. There's something about creative. It's about how others see us, and they might have taken that away. So let's do, even though I resist seeing myself as creative. Okay? And then the rest of the statement will be, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. But you'll get that in a moment, because I'll always say it for you. So you don't need to remember it. Writing it down can help, because then you hear it from me and you also see it written down. Are you ready? We're going to start with the karate chop points. You can do it on both sides. I'm only going to do it on one, but I do like to do both sides when I'm doing karate chop points and wrist points. I like to do both rather than just use one hand to do the other. I bring them together. Okay. So, you ready? Doing the karate chop point, exhaling, letting your feet be flat on the floor. Even though I resist seeing myself as creative, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So you're repeating after me each time I stop. And now we'll put more words together. Even though I resist seeing myself as creative, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I resist seeing myself as creative, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I resist seeing myself as creative. It's so hard to see myself as creative. I tend to judge myself as not creative. That I'm not an artist. Yeah, I'm just not creative. Deep down, I know I am. I make choices every day. I've created a lot of things in my life. I wonder how creative I can see myself. I wonder how much creativity I can have in my life. Yeah, I could enjoy allowing myself to be creative. I can deeply appreciate my creativity. Every day, I can do little creative things. I was created by a creator, so I'm creative. Makes me feel young and joyous to tap into my creativity. I enjoy feeling my immense creativity. I'm creative. And it's fun to be creative. I give myself permission to create, create, create. I'm a creator. Release your hands down your lap, and with your feet on the floor, take a deep breath from the core of the earth to the crown of your head and hold it. And as you exhale it, just feel everything shifting lightly in your body, things rearranging. Inhale from below your feet up to the crown of your head. Hold it. And as you exhale, just feel everything releasing, readjusting. Inhale one more time from below your feet up to the crown of your head. Exhale and let it all sift down, letting in more and more creativity. Yay, good for you. Now that was a short tap. You can keep on tapping, and I recommend, if it's creativity you want, great, keep tapping on this. If you want to work with sexy, tap on that. If you want to work with beautiful, oh, that's a good general one for your feminine energy. Work with that one, okay? Keep on tapping and do the home play that I gave you with the journaling and the TPQs as well as the tapping. Thank you for joining me on this journey. We cannot possibly have too much beautiful feminine sacral energy on the planet, so I'm glad you're embracing yours and opening up your sacral completely. It is such a gateway into your feeling of youth, you know, like the fountain of youth, and to your innocence and your joy. I look forward to having you join me for more of these light shadow videos. Until then, have a beautiful week, and I'm sending you so many blessings.